Have you met Connor?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's he like?
When I've met him in Marbella, he's come over to me and goes, "Oh, Jimmy, nice to meet you." And he's coming over and he's approached me like, "What a nice guy, you know, like proper genuine nice guy." When he speaks to you, like his body actions, it's like he's trying to fight you. Like he's all like, yeah,
moving
but yeah, like he's like aggressive, but he's talking like proper, like nice,
normal,
like just
yeah.
My partner's like, "What's he saying to you? What's he trying to fight you?" And all that. I'm like, what the?
Is there a why, like, behind you doing what you do?
My dad committed suicide when I was 19. I stopped fighting before that. So when he's done that, I've started back fighting again for him. I'm not finished yet.
No.
I'm not finished yet, yeah. It's eventually going to happen, and I don't want it to happen.
No.
Like, what do I do when it's over?
Most decorated fighter in Bare-Knuckle history. How many titles is that?
6 world titles.
Across multiple weight divisions, right?
4 weight divisions. I want to be world champion in BKFC now, so that's the next mission. Get through this fight, whether they give me the world title fight or the European title. I'm there to be a champion. That's all I know.
What has been your biggest learning curve? Alright, so welcome back to the Learning Curve podcast. I am joined today by Bare-Knuckle boxing royalty, Jimmy the King Sweeney. Thank you for coming on the podcast, mate.
No
it's an
problem
absolute pleasure to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
For anybody who may not know who you are, would you like to
YouTube it?
The YouTube.
Just YouTube it.
Google me.
Yeah, Jimmy Sweeney, bare-knuckle fighter. I've been in the sport about 10 years, over 10 years now. Most decorated bare-knuckle fighter in history, with the most documented fights as well. So, yeah, if you just want to YouTube it, you'll see who I am.
See some of the gnarly fights.
Sorry?
Some of the gnarly fights that you've been in, some of the scraps you've been involved in.
Some horrible fights, some good fights, some fights I don't look too pretty leaving the ring with. But yeah, it's been a good career so far. It's not over yet, so
yeah. And you have, of course, got a pretty big fight coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, massive
I'm just
fight.
going to slide that over a little bit.
Yeah,
closer,
massive.
you know.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Massive fight, October 25th against the world number 2 Carlos Trinidad. So there's a lot riding on this fight, especially with the outcome of my last fight. So I don't want to say the pressure's on, but the pressure's on. Like, so if I don't, where do I go if I don't get the results that I want? Where do I go from there? You know what I mean? So, but that's not in my head. I'm just going to go in and perform, and if I perform like I know, like I can, I'll get the win.
Yeah, of course. So, at time of recording, we are on the 12th of October, so it's just under 2 weeks out from fight night.
You get me in on a Sunday.
Getting him in on a Sunday. You've already 2 sessions in.
I spoke to you about 6 weeks ago about podcasts, and you ring me up and can you come in on a Sunday? And the worst thing is I'm up since 4 o'clock over the baby. I'm 2 sessions in. I'm trying to keep my eyes open.
Well, like I said, man, I'm just happy to have you here. I know we've been speaking about doing this for quite a while, and obviously know you through mutual acquaintances at the shop, and obviously Danbo as well.
Good guy.
Great guy. Dan's been on the podcast. I don't know if you know.
He's not really a great guy when you send him your weight and you're overweight, and he gives you a lecture.
I've been there, man.
So obviously I'm fighting at 75, and I was like 76, 77, and then on a Thursday before I went to Milan, I was like jumped on a scale of 78, and I thought, this is alright, you know, 3 kilos, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, sound.
Sure.
So I've sent it to Dan, and he goes, "You've been having extra meals, haven't you? You need to get on it. You need to lock in." I was scared. Like,
he's
thinking,
not the kind of guy you want on your back, is he?
I'm like, what? Like, I could beat you up, literally beat you up, but I'm like, I'm scared for some reason.
Yeah, man, I've been there. I did an 11-week cut with Dan last year. Whipped me into shape. Probably got me in the best shape of my life, to be fair. He knows what he's doing. He's a good coach.
Food wise, like, last camp, he's come in late on, and we didn't really have time to do what we needed to do. That time I was like, the diet I was on was more like a bodybuilder's diet. Like I was massive. Like, so this time
You were just saying before we started you had quite a drastic weight cut to get into that fight on weight. Yeah,
I'd done like 6 kilos the night before, but like obviously didn't know what was going on. I had a lot of like stress, and so I was just eating crap, to be fair as well. But this time, when you listen to him and like trust in what he's saying, and the difference is absolutely massive. Like I'm walking around 76, 77 kilos now, like strong. And it's like, obviously, the training I'm doing, with the boxing and my conditioning with Elevate Martin there, but the food, you need, if the food isn't right, everything else is not going to fall into place.
Of course, food is the fuel, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And you don't want to be putting crap into your body, because it's just...
I like a bit of crap, to be fair, yeah.
What's your go-to if you have none?
You know what?
Is that on your mind right now? Are you thinking
no,
cheat meals
do you know
after,
what?
or are you
do you know what?
quite satiated
like,
with what you're eating?
Last time, my last camp, because I had to, like, when I went, I think it was about 4 weeks out, and so then when I switched out 5 weeks out, so I switched up with Dan and his diet, I was just craving chocolates, like, because it was like I went from one to the next, like just right, stop eating that and eating that, and I was just craving stuff, and I was eating crap up until maybe the weigh-ins, but this time I'm not pushed. Like if it's there, I'm not really pushed. Don't get me wrong. If I'll have a little bit of, like, if my weight's right down, which I shouldn't do, but my weight's right down, but I'm not thinking about it. I'm not like thinking, oh, I can't wait to have this or that.
Yeah. I think that's when you know you're in a good place, because you're getting what you need. And
But like with the last one, I was like, I had a big list, and I had all the fighters bring me over, like Hayes, for example, from Australia. So he would bring me over like chocolates and sweets from everywhere, and like I had the biggest drawer of sweets and chocolates in the room, and like, but this one is like not really pushy, you know.
That's good. So, how long have you been in prep for this particular fight now?
To be fair, when the last fight ended, like April, I took about a week off, and then I've messaged and said, look, we need to get this weight down, because like I didn't want to be getting, like, because I was about 85, 86 kilos, maybe more. I wanted to get the weight right down to like 76, 77, but get the body used to being there and getting the body as strong as possible. Becoming more of a sort of natural weight. Yeah. So I'm walking around about 77 kilos, but strong at it. Yeah. Because you can go from like 86, get down the weight, but then you're going to be blown back up. I didn't want to do that. Because like I'm about 5 foot nothing, you know what I mean? I don't need to be walking around at 90 kilos or... How tall are you? I'm 5'9". 5'9". Yeah. So 80 pushing 90 kilos, that's heavy for... After fighting camps, I'd go up to anything between 80, 86 to 90. You know what I mean? Then by the time camp starts, you're cutting, so most of your camp is cutting the weight. But this time it was like, right, let's get this sorted soon as. Yeah, it's always seemed a little bit kind of confusing to me, that especially in the fighting, you know, in combat sport, when you see people doing these drastic weight cuts, and obviously the walking round way heavier. I mean, Alex Pereira's I feel like a prime example of that. Yeah, and you think, I mean, anybody who's done a diet knows that when you're in that deficit and then you're training on top of it, it seems so counterintuitive to just be like digging yourself into that whole training like you are, especially in prep for something like a fight, and you almost not getting the calories that your body needs to recover to then fuel your performance. Do you know what I mean? I know one of our fighters, part of the team we made, and he cuts like for example, he was about 2 weeks out, and he was about 10 kilos overweight 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
So you're starving yourself now for the next 2 weeks. Like,
Yeah,
it's going
yeah,
to affect your performance
Absolutely.
in the ring.
And then on the brain as
Yeah,
well,
but
dehydration.
They lose the weight, and then like they'll put it all back on. But like, I've tried that last camp, it didn't work for me.
No.
So this one is like, I don't care what weight that guy comes in at. He could come in at 100 kilos, and I'm not pushed on what he is. I just want to be strong in my way coming back into it.
For sure, yeah. In that respect then, would you say this has been one of your more successful camp preparations for a fight?
When's this going out?
Whenever you want it to go out.
Right. I've started this camp off literally like about 16 weeks before the fight. I've got the weight down, fitness up, brilliant. I went to Cyprus. I got a bad infection like when I was there, and that lasted about 4 weeks. I couldn't train for 4 weeks.
Right, okay. What kind of infection?
Just like, I don't know what it is. The doctors had to go to the hospital, and they're like, you have an infection, but we don't know where it is.
Right.
So what happened to me was I was in Cyprus, and we got over the day after. I said, all right, I'm gonna train. So I did a session in the morning, and I had no top on. I was just training, and I start feeling cold. You know, when you start getting sick, you start feeling cold, and like, I'm thinking, hey, what's going on here? Like,
yeah.
So like
cold
later,
sweats.
Yeah. So like later on that day, I was feeling bad. The next day, I was just in bed for a week. Just like, I was delirious. Like there was voices going off in my head. There was about 10 voices going off in my head, and they were all over the place. They were having conversations with each other. These are voices I've never heard before in my life. I was seeing things. It was horrible. I come around to myself a bit when we come back. 2 days later, I went to the gym, and before I went, the circuits I was doing, just like an hour circuits, hard circuits, and I was just blasting them out. After 5 minutes, I was walking out of the gym. I couldn't do them. I couldn't train. I was just like that. There was no energy, no nothing. I was thinking, what's going on here? So obviously I got my bloods done and all that, and they said down this and that. Went to the hospital, and they said I had an infection, but they didn't know where it was. But it was like, this is about 4 weeks after, so I was just coming around to myself. But lucky enough for me, I've put that work in beforehand.
Yeah.
Then it's like, when I was sparring about 10 weeks ago more, I've got a knee to my knee, which has bruised my knee, so couldn't and still can't run. I can't run. Right.
Okay.
Couldn't spar, couldn't do pads, couldn't do anything. Asked numerous times for my partner, and of course, like, right, Jimmy, we need to pull out this fight because you can't do anything. So it's been, I'm fit now. I'm like, don't get me wrong, the knee is still, it's not the greatest, to be fair, but it is what it is. But I'm fit enough.
Yeah.
So it's probably the worst camp I've had in that
terms
respect.
of setbacks. Yeah.
In terms of setbacks on it, but I feel good. The weight's down. Luckily for me, I've started this so far out.
Yeah.
That I've got the weight down.
You're giving yourself a little bit of leeway.
Yeah, because if I didn't, there would be I wouldn't have been able to fight, because then I would have been like, I think once I got the infection over and done with, that was like 6 weeks after the fight. So if I didn't start my camp when I did, I'd be miles overweight. And then you're not boxing, then you're doing your camp for weight cutting. It would have been
chasing
horrible.
your tail, just trying to get back on.
I don't get me wrong. I'm probably behind on what I should be, but I feel like I'm still in a good place. Like
man, that's. I think it speaks testament to the physical demand on the body for the sport that you do. You know, like it's. Would you say it's fair to say it's probably the most violent sport out there?
Is it? Is it though?
You tell me. You live and
But
breathe it. So
yeah, but
obviously
then
on
then
the
you got
outside,
left way, MMA. They're more violent than like literally people getting their arms broken, choked out, and stuff like that. Ours is like, to look at it, yeah, you probably go, oh, that's dangerous. Like, but
I think even the name, bare-knuckle,
bare-knuckle,
like,
yeah.
you think, yeah.
But when you're like medically wise and stuff like that, it's not really like what do we get? We get cuts and bruises and this and that, but there's no major injuries. Like, when was the last major injury? A bare knuckle, like you don't really see it. Like, it looks grim, like when you're looking at it, and there's blood everywhere.
People getting
and
cut
this,
up,
like,
and,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I wouldn't say it's the most dangerous sport, to be fair.
No, because you've had how many? I mean, I had a look at your professional. Yeah, 34 fights. That's on your professional record?
Yeah, 34 professional fights, but if you look at box rec, it's like 19 or 20 on that, and the reason for that is box rec only started doing it when we were able to bet.
Okay, yeah.
On the sport, but before that, so basically it's like, oh, you're an amateur, then you're a pro kind of thing. But
yeah,
34 altogether. So this is my 35th fight.
Were you fighting? I mean, I know just from listening to other podcasts you've done and your story. Obviously, you grew up in a traveling community. Were you fighting from a young age then?
I think you think you're fighting as soon as you're born. To be
yeah,
fair,
yeah.
You're always fighting. Yeah.
So in total, how many fights do you reckon you'd say that you?
But I so my brothers be more like, they'd be more like to have bare knuckle amongst other travellers, but me, my thing was always boxing in the ring.
Okay.
I've never really. I've had a couple of them.
Yeah.
But it was never my thing. I've never really got into like the arguments with people where I've had to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
But
yeah.
They've had numerous, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's different,
okay.
like.
Yeah.
But I've grew up around all my life. I've seen it, like.
And it was always something that you were going to do.
It's just not.
Yeah.
But it's just normal. But when I found out about bare knuckle, like in the beginning, my brother-in-law like sent me on something, and I was like, well, this is interesting, because obviously I'm a traveller, and it's something that I've grew up with all my life. But for me to have a fight, that means there would have to come from an argument with another family. So that means like your family's arguing and stuff like that. Which, who wants that? But when you look at it and go, oh, I can do something that comes natural to us because it's part of our culture, and my family doesn't have to be involved in arguments, so I can do it as a sport. And I thought, why not?
Sounds good.
Sounds
like
you know what I mean?
Deal.
It's like
yeah,
something I grew up with.
Fighting
like,
for yourself almost.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about your family being involved in disputes. I can just go and have a fight with a guy, shake hands, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is mad, you know. But yeah, like the first time I've done it, the only reason I've done it is because, again, I was supposed to be fighting my cousin, but we fight cousins. We don't probably obviously in the settled community, it's like you don't fight your cousin, like, you know what I mean? It's like, but it's just normal to us. So I was supposed to fight him, and I thought, right, and then I've learned about this bare knuckle. Oh, let's get involved in this and get a couple of bare knuckle fights and get me ready for this fight.
Yeah.
So I've started off with that. So my cousin fight got we shook hands and just forgot about it, and I just continued fighting as a pro.
So obviously, you've been boxing for a long time.
Yeah, too long.
But realistically, the actual bare knuckle side of things, about 10-ish years, 10, 15 years.
Professionally, yeah.
Yeah.
Professionally, yeah, 10 plus years.
Would you say the sports are different? Do you have to prepare for a bare knuckle fight skill-wise different to a normal standard boxing fight?
For me,
is it the same? For
me, no. For me, I just prepare like I'm preparing for a sparring match or 5 o'clock. I just prepare the same. Other people, people that don't really know about it or it's new to them, think, oh, I gotta prepare different, or I gotta do this, or because they don't really have a clue. it's just the same. It's just like you're literally boxing. But obviously now with BKFC and all that, now you're basically grappling and clinching, and so it's a bit strange. Like,
what? How so? Like,
I'm never, because I'm a straight up boxer, innit? I've always boxed, but now with the BKFC you can clinch.
Right.
So I'm like
fighting on the inside.
Yeah, and holding
Yeah.
so. Like last fight, I didn't have a clue about clinching, so I'm headlocking Carlos Franco like that. Thinking, uppercutting him. I'm thinking, this is definitely not legal. Like,
Yeah, but is it?
Yeah.
You're good.
I just got a message from Danny. Must be
So taking away another bagel or something.
Yeah. So yeah, it's strange, like clinch work and all that, because as a boxer, like if you're boxing, you hold someone's head, your ref is stopping and thinking. So it's just kind of getting used to.
Yeah,
holding.
I suppose that's what my question was gearing towards, is like the different sort of techniques and the different style of fighting, because I feel like in boxing you see a lot of people fighting on the outside, obviously using the jab, utilising the jab. I'm sure obviously that is it's a big thing anyway in Bare-Knuckle, but
with the previous promotion I was with, it was Bare-Knuckle boxing, so it was all your Queensberry rules. So it was basically going from the gloves to that is the exact same. The rules are the exact same. But now with the different promotions, it's fighting.
Yeah.
It's not boxing. It's like
it's a little bit more stripped back.
Yeah, it's more
higher
kind of
stakes,
like
almost.
MMA kind of stuff like that.
Without the kicks.
Yeah. So you kind of have to adjust your training and stuff like that, which is, for me, it's just all alien, to be fair. Like.
Have you met Connor?
Yeah.
What's he like?
Do you know what? He was all right. He was all right. I met him in Marbella. Like I'm not one. I don't care how famous a person is. I'm not one of those people that go like a big fanboy up and like I don't give a shit.
Get him a picture and all that kind of stuff.
I've seen fighters. I won't mention names or something. I've seen them and they're like you see like girls on their famous or favorite boy band and like ooh. I've seen them do that and I'm thinking, how cringy is that?
It just cringes you out.
You know what I mean? Like that, but. When I've met him in Marbella, he's come over to me and goes, "Oh, Jimmy, nice to meet you." And he's come over and he's approached me like 4 or 5 times, and I spoke to him. I thought, what a nice guy, like proper, genuine, nice guy.
Because he's got this huge persona, and I feel like when you watch him doing the press conferences, particularly now in BKFC, it's almost like he's wearing that persona even more so.
So we were speaking, and someone else with us, and like. When he speaks to you, like his body actions, it's like he's trying to fight you. Like he's all like
moving around.
Yeah, like he's like aggressive, but he's talking like proper, like nice,
normal,
like just So we're speaking like that, and I've turned around and I went over to my table, and my partner was like, "What's he saying to you? What's he trying to fight you?" And I'm like, "What the?" I said, "No, he sound." Don't be letting on. I'm thinking he's actually not like he's like sound like.
Have you noticed a change in the promotion since Connor came on board?
He was on board before I joined him.
Okay.
Yeah, but again, you could. It's probably one of the reasons why you have joined is because like it's gone from obviously David Feldman has done a massive job and a great job with it, but. With Connor, I think it's just elevated to the next level. It's
the
just
profile's
it's
gone
global. Like it's massive.
Mm.
Because obviously, anything he does or touches, like he's like there's famous people and then there's his level. Like he's brought to
a different category now.
Yeah,
I think.
Like when I was in Italy and like there was hundreds of people at his hotel just waiting for him. I thought, what the.
Yeah,
like
just to see him.
But even like just seeing him, like there was that many security with him, and it's just like until you like see him or see like how it is with the security, then you realise, like, yeah, because I've seen famous people, I can go up to them and just talk to them and just, like, be normal, like, but with him, it's like there's a whole security around him, everyone is fanboying him, it's just massive.
Do you ever, I mean, I'm sure you probably have been recognised countless times in your career.
I'm not pushed with all that, me, you know. I'm not.
How do you deal with that in person when if someone comes?
So like I've seen. For me, it's like it's. So I've done all this for my life, and it's nice for people to recognise me. It's like, oh, it's nice. But at the end of the day, I'm just me. Like, I'm never gonna be anything other than me. Like, I've seen fighters like thinking they're absolutely famous, and I'm thinking, you're just a fighter, mate. Just behave yourself.
Yeah. Do you think ego is something that you have to take control of, especially in fighting?
See, I don't see, like, for me it's just fighting. I don't see any, like, difference. Like, I'm not going to behave like, I just think of the fighting part of it. I don't think of, oh, I'm this or I'm that or anything's getting to me. I'm just a normal person. But some people think, like, because they're on TV and they're actually famous and they behave like, I'm just thinking, just behave yourself, lad.
Yeah, because you obviously have to back yourself and be confident in your ability and have some level of ego to an extent to go into a fight and perform up to your standards, obviously, because you want to win. But there's a balance, isn't there, between being overconfident, too much ego, and staying humble.
Fuck, staying humble, lad. If you're good, you're good. Like, when I'm on it, and I'm shit hot.
Yeah.
And I go into the ring with that attitude, I'm better than you. You know what I mean? But obviously, outside, you be humble outside afterwards. But once you're in there, you can let your, as long as you're good enough.
If you're good, you're good.
Yeah, you're good, you're good.
Yeah. Just fucking back your own ability.
But it's like, but then when you're outside the ring, you're speaking, you can be humble then. Whether you win fights, lose fights, and stuff like that. But once you can be cocky as fuck in that ring and do what you want, as long as you can back up.
Is there a why, like, behind you doing what you do?
I fight, like, my dad committed suicide when I was 19, like, and I stopped fighting before that. So when he's done that, I've started back fighting again for him, and I've just gone from, like, the amateurs, and I won some Irish titles after that to this. So everything I do, all my fighting is dedicated to him. Like, everything. Every time I go into, like, when I'm at my ring walk and I bless my face, like, that's always, like, for my dad. So if he was still around, I probably wouldn't be a fighter. You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't, like, because I stopped fighting before he committed suicide. But once he did, like, I thought, right, I gotta get back doing this, and I'm doing it for him.
To make him proud?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah. And you're a father?
Yeah.
2 kids?
6 kids.
6 kids?
6 kids.
6 kids, right, okay. How old are
they? 21, 18, 15, 6, 21 months, and 11 months.
It's good, busy house.
Oh, my 2 babies. This is why I'm up since 4 this morning.
Yeah.
So the baby, my daughter's 21 months, and she's in the cot and she cries like that. So we bring her to bed, and she sleeps with her mum, and I can't be in the bed. She just kicks me and screams until I get out of that bed. So obviously when I'm out, I'm like, oh, just have a cup of tea, like 4 in the morning, like, yeah, because I can't sleep on the couch, like.
No.
So I'm just gonna I just said to the woman, you stop putting her in the bed, but obviously you can't. No. Like, as soon as they're crying, you gotta put them in.
Once you get them in that first time, they're gonna be in every time.
But, like, when she gets up, of bed, the first person she's looking for is me, But when she gets into the bed, she kicks me
Kicks
out.
you out.
She literally kicks me out like her little fat legs are kicking me until I get out of bed. Like,
Have you got a mix of boys and girls?
I got 3 of each.
3 of each.
3 of each.
That's
yeah.
nice. Yeah. And are any of the lads following in your footsteps?
No, but the thing is, like, if I was with them, they would be, but I'm not.
Okay.
So obviously, it's like I'm not there to say, all right, let's
to
go
encourage it.
let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
So obviously, with my 2 youngest, they'll do something. My boy and girl, like my girl now, like literally, like, so I watch a lot of boxing, and she obviously watches it as well. So, a couple of months ago, she started getting my slippers and putting them on her hand and just punching them. I'm thinking, what's she actually doing here? And then I didn't realise because I was watching the boxing. So I went and I bought her some boxing gloves. She's just been banging people out ever since. It's funny as fuck.
That's nice, man. That's nice. I mean, with you growing up in the travelling community, I presume you had a lot of. Did you have a lot of siblings as well growing up?
Yeah, there's 10 of us.
10 of you.
10
yeah.
Of us, yeah.
Did you decide sort of consciously that you didn't want to bring your children up travelling, so to speak, in that?
See, my kids, it's not like, how would we put this?
Is that the right way to put it? Do you know what I'm saying?
The mothers of my kids aren't travellers.
Okay. Yeah.
There's none of them travellers. So
yeah.
For me, it was like, even though I am a traveller, that lifestyle, like if you're growing up and there's nothing but like fights and arguments and basically kids getting married at 16 and 17, you know what I mean? It's like, this shit isn't for me, you know. Like I am a traveller, and like I'm proud to be a traveller, but just that part of it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just kind of went, swerved all that.
Did you experience any sort of like pushback from that going your own way?
At the start years ago, yeah, I just kind of like, but my dad's always like, not from my dad or other people, because like it's like you had to get married like at whatever age you had, like, and it was like, oh, why is he 20, 21, 22 and he's not married or this and that, you know what I mean? But obviously my dad is like, look, you do what you do, but do what's going to make you happy, and you got my back in, like, so as long as I didn't really care about anyone else, I don't care what people think.
Do you think that came from your dad? Not like as in, you know, not caring what people think.
Like, obviously, I was always going to do my own thing, but if my dad wasn't happy with it, like, that would have killed me. But because we were so close, he's like, Jimmy, just do what makes you happy. So like, it's not that this come from my dad, so why should I care what anyone else thinks? Like, this is my life, not their life. I mean, sort your own life out.
I've got a couple of like very close friends, like my best friends. 2 of them who lost their fathers when they were sort of 17, 18, and obviously being close with them and seeing how that affected them growing up, and sort of gaining an understanding of how that affected their perspective on life and stuff. It makes me wonder, sort of, you know, so obviously they lost their fathers when they were at a young age, and their dads were in, like, say, you know, early 50s, that sort of thing. So to them, they view life as, obviously, you know, it makes you realise how precious life is.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder, sort of, why you went into such a dangerous fight, you know, a dangerous sport. Do you get what I'm saying?
But like, it's not that I've gone into it, it's always been there. You know what I mean? It's like,
you were already on that path anyway. And
see, this is the thing, is this like bare-knuckle is more normal for me than glove fight. Like it's after my dad's doing bare-knuckle, my brothers, it's all normal. So I haven't like gone into the deep. It's just normal to me. Like it's a normal thing, and it's just a thing that, fortunately for me, I'm very good at it. So, like for me, for my dad, like, what could I do to keep his name alive? You know what I mean? So this is what I'm doing. So his name will never be forgotten. It'll always be like
building the legacy.
Yeah. So it's always like my dad's name is David. So it's always like David's son. Like when other travellers talk about me, they'll always mention my dad. So this is basically why I'm still doing it.
I feel like you've done a pretty good job so far.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not finished yet.
No.
I'm not finished yet. Yeah.
In the podcast that I listened to, what we were speaking about before, every story counts. You sort of said on that you didn't want to, like similar to what you just said there, like you don't really see when that day is going to come.
Yeah, when I retire.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Like, it's horrible because I know it's eventually going to happen. And I don't want it to happen.
No.
Like, I couldn't think of anything worse. Like, my partner's always sending me to stop fighting and stuff, but not what do I do if I stop fighting, but like, yeah, obviously you can go working and stuff like that, but this is me. Like, this is my thing. This is who I am. Like, I'm a competitor.
Yeah.
I'm a fighter. Like, this is what I do. So like, as in fight wise and stuff like that, yeah, what do I do when it's over?
I suppose you don't. Yeah, I know I asked the question, but maybe you don't need to think about it until it happens.
I'm not thinking about it.
No, you don't need to.
I've always,
as long as you've still got something on the horizon.
I've always said, like, I started this when I was about 30, 31 or something like that. And I've always said I'm going to stop fighting when I'm 40. And like, that's it, done.
Yeah.
When I turned 40, I was like,
I'm
better now than what I was back then. Why should I stop? And now it's like, don't get me wrong, it has snuck in. It has snuck in a few times, thinking, what do I do with myself when that day comes? At 41, it's coming, like, you know what I mean? It's
only natural to have that on your conscience.
Yeah. So it's like, and I get depressed thinking about it. So I try not to. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm enjoying the training. I'm enjoying everything. In the back of my mind, yeah, the day is going to come, but
that's the reality for any athlete, any professional sports person.
I think a lot of fighters get, like, when they retire, they get badly depressed, turn to drinking. Like, it's a mad thing, but
well, I mean, I feel like quite a relevant story to that recently. But obviously, Ricky Hatton. We actually had the pleasure through the podcast business. Right. We actually recorded a podcast with Ricky, and on that he spoke openly about when he got to the top, it was like even before the end of it, like once he got to the top, it was like, oh shit, what now? Yeah. I think a lot of sports people go through that feel, like working your whole career towards getting to a title, or
But then it's like when
you get there, Tyson Fury, prime example as well.
When you get there, like, because obviously you come up, it's like when you retire, when you're gone, it's like, because it's like with them, it's like the fame on it, they're relevant, they're all over the place, and then when you retire, you're just a normal person again.
Yeah.
A lot of them can't deal with that. Fortunately for me, I don't drink, so I'm not going to turn to alcohol.
Was that as a result of losing your father? Did you stop drinking? Was it you stopped drinking or you started drinking?
when I got out of prison, I started drinking bad. Like, not drinking bad, don't get me wrong. Like, before I went to prison, I'd go out maybe once every 6 months. Well, I wasn't a big drinker when I grew up or anything like that. So when I've got out, for some reason, I just I think it was because
because the chains were off, sort of thing. Like
no,
you were free.
I think it was like because I've done like I've been in prison for about 3 years. I think it was like when you come out, you go, I'm going to go out and enjoy myself. And I've been long enough or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, just go out. And then it was like, then the kind of drink took hold, and then you weren't even. It wasn't about going out anymore. It was about going out to get drunk.
Yeah.
Then it was just drinking on your own or in the house, and it become like that. And I started getting like depressed, and like I could see myself going down the same road as my dad. My dad used to drink, but it wasn't like an alcoholic or anything like that. But he's committed suicide while he was drinking, and I start getting like thinking bad things and stuff like that. Like, obviously you never want to fucking commit suicide, but when I think a lot of people, when they're pissed drunk and all that, they're like, they do it then. It's probably easier, or probably wouldn't do when they're sober. But I started thinking about it a lot, and I could see myself going down that road, and I thought, you know what, like, I've lived through this. I see my mum, I see my brothers and sisters, I've seen the chaos that it's caused, and I said, this is not for me, you know. And I literally just stopped drinking, like just
on a day.
Boom, gone. That's me.
Was there a catalyst sort of moment in that made you take that decision on that particular day?
I knew. And like my mum asked me to stop drinking like loads, and like I was like, I'm alright, you know, I can control this, I'm sound. But I was drinking like 5-6 days, like there's no need for it. Then I just, as I said, I was just thinking, I'm going down the same road as my dad here, you know. I can see what's going to happen, even though you don't want to be doing stupid things. If you get that pissed and these horrible things in your head, just anyone's capable of doing that. I said, nah, it's just not for me. But when I stopped drinking, then that was worse, you know, because you've had to deal with everything. Like, I remember I was a psychiatrist and all, like I was proper suicidal, and she said to me, because you don't drink or take drugs or anything, you're not masking, so you have to deal with your feelings and all that, so it's going to come to the surface, like.
You have to face it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So
and the drink was sort of
everything was just masking. Yeah. So
yeah.
when I felt better, I'll drink and I'll block it out, or I'll take drugs and I'll block it out. But when you stop everything, it's like, fuck me, I have to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could go back to that time, when you came out of prison, knowing what you know now and being what you've been through, what would you say to yourself if you could go back and have a conversation with that version of yourself?
Just don't be a dickhead. like I wasn't really a nice, like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't a prick, but I wasn't really a nice person when I was drinking. So I would just say to myself, like, you don't need to drink. You don't need that shit.
What were you drinking?
What was I drinking?
Yeah,
vodka.
Just anything.
Just beers and vodka. Really,
beers and vodka.
Yeah. Not like anything. I wasn't like, oh, I'll fucking get a can of fucking Dutch Gold, or wasn't one of them ones.
There was some boundaries
some level,
on it.
Yeah.
Obviously, drinking culture is huge in Ireland and the UK as well.
Yeah.
Do you? And I think as well, there's new statistics coming out about less younger people are drinking nowadays. Like, it's obviously it's still a thing, but not quite so much as it used to be. Why would you say that is? Do you think?
Why people more drinking more?
No, drinking less. People drinking less now.
Probably taking more drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, like, probably just because it's expensive.
I'd like to chat a little bit about like your actual training you know, like what it looks like for you, you know, a training day. Like you said, this morning you were up at 4, obviously not by your own kind of choice.
Because my daughter's a little shit.
But you've done 2 sessions already today. And at time of recording, when we started, it was before 1 o'clock. So to get two sessions in already.
I've done 2 sessions before 10 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
But again, with my knee, I'm very limited on what I can do. Like I can't run, I can't do my sprints, I can't do anything like that. So
is it like an ache, or is it
a pain? So basically, my knee, the bone is bruised inside. The bone is bruised.
Right. Yeah.
So
just from like a clash of knees when you're training. Yeah.
But it's got worse over time because I kept training on it. So you can't run on it. You're very limited in your movements and all that. But with my boxing, especially the boxing part is the hardest, you know, because obviously you don't have that free range of movement with your pads or stuff like that, so it's kind of difficult. But we're fitted. We work around it. We work around it. Like the other day, but the knee is getting a lot better because 2-3 weeks ago I couldn't do a round. I couldn't move. Like the other day I've done 10 rounds, no problem at all. Like just blasted through it. With my conditioning through Martin at Elevate, we'll work around that again. So it's like, right, we can't do the runs, but we're on the bikes, we're on everything there. So we're still getting that fitness that we need.
Yeah. Building the engine.
And again, greatly appreciated to Martin for helping me out. Then we have a big shout out to Dan as well for like keeping on me with the meals and all that. A training day, it's again when you're limited, it's kind of horrible, you know, because I train hard. Like sometimes I train too hard, but I'm told don't come in. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, why wouldn't I come in?
Yeah.
But and my coach said to me, Jimmy, you do realise you're 41 now. You can't train like you're 21. You know what I mean? You gotta train smart. And I was thinking, I'm gonna sack you. You come. But I've took a few days off. I'll come back even better than what I went. Yeah. So yeah, it's now it's my training. When you're fitting everything around an injury, it's kind of hard. But I think we've got through it, you know. And I'm probably fitter. I'm way fitter now than what I was from my last fight. So
that's good. Yeah. Even with the limitations.
Yeah.
When you look back on your career to now, obviously, like we've established, kind of we're only looking forward. But if we're to look back a little bit, like you said earlier, when you introduced yourself, most decorated fighter in Bare-Knuckle history. How many titles is that?
6 world titles
across multiple weight divisions, right?
4 weight divisions. When I was a fat guy.
What moments stand out to you from those, you know, accolades?
Probably my 3rd world title. On my 3rd weight division when I fought Sean George, probably because I was so heavy, and I've got down to 75 kilos. Like I was fighting at 80 odd 90 kilos
when you were in the ring.
Yeah, like mad, just fat cunt. But that was like the first super fight in Bare-Knuckle, and that probably stands out the most to me, to be fair,
because it was like the first kind of
fight. And it was like my 3rd world weight division
hat trick.
It's kind of like I've done it, you know what I mean.
Is there anything that you haven't done that you kind of would like to tick off?
I want to be world champion in BKFC now, so that's the next mission. Get through this fight, whether they give me the world title fight or the European title. My like, I'm not coming into BKFC just to be a fighter. You know what I mean? Just to like, mid table. I'm there to be a champion. That's all I know. All I know is to be a champion. So this is my mission. Like, I can't retire and not be world champion in another promotion. Can't do that.
Do you feel like that'd be, just play on your mind if you didn't?
Yeah, because then it's like, the thing with it is, everyone be thinking, oh well, he's done all this in the UK, but when he's come
global,
he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So then it's like, this magnificent career is going to be, but it was only in the UK. You know what I mean? Whereas, he's done it there, and he's done it there. He's done it everywhere.
Where do you go in your head when you wake up on those days where you feel like you don't want to train, or
I don't
do
train.
those even? But like
I don't train.
But you. So if you wake up and you feel like, what about if you've got a session like that's planned in, and you wake up and you're like, fuck this? Do you just sack it off, or you?
No. If like all the
I'm wanting
like,
some real motivational.
Right, but like,
but if you don't have that, then that's fair enough.
Right, again, I work so hard, like I train 6 days a week, twice a day. Like, I train hard. If it's a case of I wake up tired or not, I've done all them. My body is telling me, you're tired, take it off. But if it's a case of just being a lazy cunt, I'm doing that session. You know what I mean? So it's different. You can wake up and go, like, if you went down and run a marathon, the next day you're not going to just get up and go, we'll do a set. Your body is saying,
rest.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Rest. Them days, you take it off.
That's
but
fair, yeah.
if you're like, you haven't done anything for a week and you like, and I said, right, come on, we're going to do this session. I can't be arsed with that. They're the ones you got to push through them. They're the ones you push through.
For sure. Do you have people around you who push you? I mean, at the gym, and obviously you've got your coaches.
Yeah. My woman, my partner probably does more. So she's like, "You better win this fight. You'll get up." Like, she's probably the worst, to be fair. Even though she wants me to retire, she still wants me to do well. I mean,
some mixed messages.
You can't let him beat you. You better knock him out. I'm thinking, okay. So you should be a fighter, you. But she helps me a lot, to be fair. But like all my coaches, like, whether it be Dan with his food, with his lectures, Martin pushed me through. Like, Martin's probably the worst, because I just said to him that, I don't feel good. Like, I'm not fair. And he'd just go, and what are you telling me for? And he'd probably give me a harder session than what he had planned. Like these, like what we just talked about, when you just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, when I don't want to do it, I still turn up to the gym and I tell him I don't feel good, and he'll give me a harder session. I'll push through on it.
Yeah. Like,
these are the people you need. Like, so for me, I've got a good team. With my boxing coach, my conditioning coach, my nutritionist. I've got a good team, and every one of them pushes me on. So, well, when everyone's working together, it's so much easier.
Do you have a pre-fight ritual or anything like that?
Nah.
No. Because some people are very superstitious,
do,
like,
they do this and they do that, and
in certain orders and like this and that.
My thing, the only thing I have is at the start, like at my ring walk, when I'm ready to go in, I bless my face and I look up to my dad and I said, just protect me.
Yeah.
And I just go.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I have.
Where does your mind go when you're in that? You're in the arena, you're walking to the ring. What's going through your head at that moment in time?
I'm going to get fucking punched. Like, it's a mad one, because, like, obviously I get nervous. Like I'll stop talking. I'll stop, like, my team around me knows. Like, I'll just, like, it could be like 10 minutes to talk around. I'll just I won't speak. Like the nerves are just like proper. Like, people go like that. Oh, don't get nervous, or like, you're going in to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
And you're literally going in to have a fight. If you don't get nervous that there's something wrong with you, like.
Yeah.
You know, like I can go to you now, I'm gonna punch you. You're going, or you're going, like.
I'd shit
It's
myself.
not, but it's not a natural thing. Like who
No.
who's like going to get punched? So obviously the nerves, and don't get me wrong, they are bad. But once I get out and I'm standing on that ring walk, once that music starts, my head is just clear, you know. Like, what do I think about? I don't even know. I just listen to music and I think I'm just at peace, you know. And then I just go and do my thing.
You've done all the hard work and preparation up to that moment.
Yeah.
Do you do any sort of mental work? You know, some people do visualization or like meditation or stuff like that.
And I'm in this game that long that I don't need all that.
You don't need to.
I don't need all that.
No.
A lot of people, as you said, do, and it does help them, and fair play to them. But said to me, go and do some visualized meditation. My cunt.
Yeah, old school mentality.
Yeah. Just get it. Do you know what I think? Look, it's 5-2. Just get it done. Like, come on. It's like when I turn up for sparring. Sometimes I won't even like warm up. I'll just go. Just get it done.
Throw me in there. Just get in there. Yeah. You remove that moment of like the moment of inertia to actually just get in. If you just throw yourself in there, look, sometimes the action creates the.
Yeah, I just think you're not gonna die in it. Just get it done. Get it in. Just get it done.
Yeah, for sure. Carlos, it's the next fight, right?
Trinidad,
yeah. What do you think are his biggest assets with his particular style of fight?
Long reach. He's
about 6 foot, right?
6 foot, but it's not really. I'm not really push on the height of the sound. He has about a 79-inch reach. Like mine's about a 15-inch. Like T-Rex arms. You know what I mean? And this guy's like literally. He'd be like from this side of the table and punch me over this side of the table.
That Mr. Tickle with the long arms.
You know what I mean? Like I've asked for this fight. You know, like when I.
You asked for this opponent? Yeah.
So it's me that asked for this fight.
Yeah.
My thinking of that, my thought process is why should I fight, or why should I like a mid-table fighter or anyone out of the top 5? It doesn't make sense for me in my age to take in unnecessary punishment for the rewards to be so small. You know what I mean? So I said, look, get me him. World number 2, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Get me him. Right, sound done. Then I went on to look at him, like his stats. I've put him into YouTube to see. Then I was like, reach 78. What the? I thought, are you shitting me here? So
yeah,
that's
long.
That's a long reach. So I went to another one and I was like, I thought, here, I think I fucked up here, you know. Like, he'd be punching me from one corner to the other. Yeah, so
what's your reach?
My reach is about 69 or something. Like, he's about 10
right?
inches on me. Like, fucking out there or something. But that's his main thing is his reach. Like, he's not like a conventional boxer. He's an MMA fighter.
Yeah, I've seen that. He's had an MMA.
Yeah. So he's young, strong, awkward, and got the maddest reach I've ever seen. But again, I'm confident of getting the job done on him.
Yeah. I suppose if you, obviously, you know, with the goals that you've got, it's never going to be plain sailing.
No.
You know, you can't just fight convenient fights to get to the top.
Other fighters have come over and they've had fights with like people that's been absolute crap and all that. But like for me, I'll always be in hard fights now because I've done it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be in hard fights, and it doesn't get any easier when you're 41. Like this kid is about 26. You know what I mean? Like, but this is the thing.
You've got the experience.
I've got the experience, but this is the thing. Like, if you want to be champion, or these are the people you need to beat. Like, if you're not beating these people, you're never going to be champion.
Yeah. you need to. I mean, you're not going to get anywhere if you're just picking the easy fights every time.
Don't get me wrong, he's probably still get the same money and be fucking sound, but
yeah,
I want to be world champion, and the
it's about
the
more than just that
way,
for you.
The fastest, I'm going to take the fastest road to that as I can, and with him being the world number 2, it's a great fight for me because obviously beat him top 5, maybe 2, and then I can go right. Give me the world title. If that's not there, give me the European. Just give me a title after this.
Could that be, let's say, you win this fight, you get the title fight, you win the title fight, you're world champion or European champion, whatever it may be. Would that be a relevant time to hang up the wraps, let's say? Nah. No stopping.
You're going to be on better money, aren't you? So, like, yes, I want to be world champion, but when you're world champion, you're getting better money. So obviously, the better the money, the longer I'm going to be in it. Because now for me is bank as much money as I can before I retire.
Because it seems to me like from this conversation, you're fighting for legacy, but it's like you've already got that legacy.
I got that.
You've got that already. So I suppose I'm just trying to work out, where does that go? Like where. What does it come from, man?
I'm fighting. Look, to be honest, I'm fighting to become world champion, and when I become world champion, I'm just literally fighting for money, straight up. But obviously, stay a champion, but the money has it's got to be like, I've put 10 years of my life into this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get as much as I can, but obviously you gotta be a world champion to do that.
For
so
sure,
that's the first step. Because you're not gonna I can't go, give me 100,000 if I'm not a champion, so. When I get that world title, it's just as long as I can stay a champion, it's just money.
Yeah. Who were your big inspirations, fighters that you looked up to when you were coming up?
Yeah, like pro fighters, you had Chris Eubank.
Yep.
Roy Jones.
Yep.
Nazim. They were the
Prince
the
Nazim.
main. Yeah, they were the main, and they're all like.
Well, they're quite. I mean, Eubank and Nazim kind of flary type fighters too.
With Jones as well.
Yeah.
I just love the movement on him. I love that.
Yeah. Do you feel like you tried to mimic some of that in your own style a little bit? Back then.
Yeah. Back in the day when I could move. Not able to move anymore.
Yeah.
But that was like for me, it's like the movement, the counter punching on the back foot boxing move. I just love that style.
You still watch a lot of boxing?
Yeah. Every Saturday night.
Every Saturday.
The woman hates it.
Who's someone you're kind of keeping an eye on? Is there anybody you're really a fan of in the?
Yeah, you have obviously Boots in this. You have like good Virgil Ortiz. Like there's a few good lads out there. Dave Allen last night, unfortunately, he lost. But like the good, I like watching it. I like seeing the domestic domestic scene. We had a great fight the other day. Who was Troy Williamson was fighting the other day. I speak to Troy a bit. He's a good lad. So he had a great fight the other week against Lewis Dickinson, knocked him out. So yeah, just do you know what? I'm a boxing fan. So it doesn't if they're shit, if they're world class, I still watch it.
Yeah,
I still watch it.
For the love of the sport.
My woman said to me, "Oh, let's go do something with the kids." Or like yesterday, I said, "Yeah, sounds. What we do?" I said, "I don't care what you do as long as we get back in time for the boxing." And she just said, "Yeah."
I think when you truly love something, like you'll watch it.
Yeah.
Like for me, I play football. Football's my sport, so I'll watch anybody, man. Like I don't even necessarily support a team.
You just watch it.
I just watch it because I enjoy watching it.
I'm like that with the boxing.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so relaxing. Like I've watched it since I was a kid with my dad and all that. And again, football, I support Arsenal, but I'm not a massive football liker. I get bored watching it. Where you'd look at it and go, you look at everything and you're excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm like that with boxing, you know.
Yeah.
So I like if amateur boxing's on TV, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
I'll watch the ones in Germany. I don't even know them. I can't even understand what they're saying, but I'm watching it.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'll watch Conference League fucking highlights of any team.
All right,
Yeah.
well, my dad used to watch the football stuff, and it'd be like final score, and I'd be like, what are you watching? And it's like popping up.
To the point where, like, I'll watch all the highlights after the games, and then I'll still watch Match of the Day on the evening. Watch the same highlights just to see people talk about it.
My brother's like that. My brother's like, he's the mad one, because there was my 3 eldest brothers, me, boxers, my other brother, football. So whatever's happened to him, I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was the same. Match of the Day. You'd watch the game live, the highlights, Match of the Day, and his woman used to go, "You just watched this today," but he's like that woman, just get out.
Why Arsenal?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, you
like
grew up in Sligo. No. I'm actually a fan of Arsenal, to be honest. Like, I don't support them, but
I'm obviously from Sligo and all that. But
yeah.
We moved to London when I was about 8.
Right.
And when I was about 10 or 11 or whatever it was, my brother gave me an Arsenal jersey.
So that would have been, if you're 41, 90s.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Who was playing back then?
Fuck me, God knows who it was.
I'm trying to think. I don't know who it would be.
It was a long time
ago. A bit before my time, to be fair. Yeah. I feel like my early kind of memories would be like Henry and Bergkamp and
but I remember them. But I was too young. Like, I think it was like that time. It was like you got the jersey on sport, but you probably didn't watch the football until you're a bit older or whatever. Like,
you just got the shirt and you're like, this is me.
That's it. but then obviously when I started like probably watching them and stuff like that, with all like Bergkamp and like the proper good legends.
Yeah, for sure, the unbeatables.
Yeah. But then it's like over the years, then it's kind of fizzled out a bit, and then boxing has become like more. I'm watching that more now than I think I'll get. I don't know. I think I'll get like. For some reason, I won't watch an Arsenal game, because every time I watch an Arsenal game, they lose. So I just think I'm bad luck.
Got a bad omen for it. Yeah.
So I won't watch it. Like I keep checking the scores and all that. But as soon as I put it on, they're losing.
Put it on. I've always been a fan of, like, for me growing up, I supported Liverpool as a kid, but that was more so because I liked certain players. Yeah. So like, I was a big Gerrard fan, and Gerrard and Torres were like my 2 favourite players. So I was like, all right, Liverpool it is. And then I got a bit of shit from my mates in high school because I was like, I like Arsenal. When Sanchez was playing, I was a big fan of Sanchez. So I was like, I kind of rate Arsenal. And then Spurs, when Bale was there, I was like, loved Bale. Thought he was a mint player. I know that's kind of it's bad to say, but
my dad's team was like so in my house, even with my sisters and all that, they're all Liverpool. So my dad's a massive Liverpool fan.
Right,
My brother's massive Liverpool.
Yeah.
Then you had me, was Arsenal, which wasn't too bad because my brother for some reason was a United fan. So I was like, how is this even possible in the house?
He was getting
all the shit
from the
and I was like,
guys.
and I was joining in with them and saying, "That's shit." You know? So I was like, "Sound," and they were looking at me going, "Arsenal's not too bad, but United."
Do you ever go to boxing fights? Like, do you go watch?
I've been to a few, but but again, I've been to Conlon versus Lee Wood in Nottingham,
right?
And that's put me right off. You know,
why?
Like, I think we've went. Me and my mate went, and we got like home tickets. We're in with all the Lee Wood kind of, and we were sad. It's like there was a game, a Nottingham first game that day. So all the football fans come to the boxing. Oh, it was fucking horrible, you know, like literally, like hooligans.
Just hooligans,
and, like,
yeah,
There was
yeah.
in front of me. There was like a guy about 60 and his two sons, and they're wearing weekend offender tops and giving her all that. I'm thinking, lad, you come with your fucking sons and you're like 3 you're behaving like that. Oh,
Yeah.
like it
It's not
put me
good.
right off. Like it was absolutely horrible. But so now it's just like we went to the Parker versus Joyce one in was it Manchester. Like,
Yeah.
that was great. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was just the area to win. So now if I'm going to
Mm.
go, I'll either go like London or Manchester, the bigger arenas where it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like
yeah.
football or hooligans. Has put me right off.
I've been to a couple. Do you know Callum Simpson?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Callum comes into the shop as well.
Yeah.
We sponsor his girlfriend
Oh,
Daniela through Wolf Subs. So I've been to watch Callum's last two fights, and he's done those at Oakwell, at Barnsley Football Stadium. He's a Barnsley lad, so like the first one that I went to watch at Oakwell, it was like half the stadium, and you just got a full wall of people, you know, everyone from Barnsley who knows him some way or another, and it's just the atmosphere, but like the tension, man. You know, if you feel like he's on the at times in the fight where he's maybe not on top, the tension in the stadium is just like just insane.
Like when we were in the Nottingham one, it was like, because obviously we're Conlon fans with fucking all the League One fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just mad because the Irish were over there and they're like pure abusing the Irish.
And you were with
I was with them, like, and I'm thinking, what? But it was mad because they're all trying to fight each other, but then after the fight, they're all walking with each other. I think, what's the point? What was that whole argument about?
Do you have a big fan base back home in Sligo?
Yeah, it'd be massive.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah. Would you ever like to do a fight there? Is that ever been on the cards?
I'd love it, but in Sligo, you know, but I think there's talk about doing a Dublin one.
I feel like it would make sense.
Yeah,
particularly
whether
now.
Whether or not we can, or BKFC can get that done over the line. Because I don't think there's never been a bare-knuckle show in Southern Ireland. So
you'd imagine surely that'd do well, right?
It would, but I don't know, because again, see, with Ireland, because we've got that many travellers in it, so bare-knuckle is like basically frowned upon, because it's like just you know what I mean. So like it's just trouble. So obviously with the Gardaí and council and stuff, so they'd be like, right, bare-knuckle show, is this going to kick off? Is all these travellers going to go to the different families feuding?
Yeah.
Is it going to kick off and cause a completely different thing?
I didn't think about it like that.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
a bit risky.
Because obviously back home it's like, when you think of bare-knuckle, you think of travellers and you just think violence and just so whether it would take off or not, whether it would give it the go ahead or not, that's another thing. But you'd imagine with how BKFC is now and with Conor McGregor and how professionally it's run, will they take a chance with it?
Maybe.
But again, it's like it's not just them. It's like, who's going to turn up? What if 1,000 travellers turn up and they're feuding with these other travellers?
And it just turns into,
because obviously they're going to turn up because it's a bare-knuckle show. We're going to go watch it.
Yeah.
So it's like, who's feuding with who?
Yeah.
Is this going to kick off?
I mean, I know, even just from going to like I say, going to the boxing, I've been to a few Cage Warriors shows as well. I think the amount of testosterone that's kind of just flowing around those venues, fights just naturally happen anyway. And I suppose if you're attracting a certain crowd of people anyway, it might just turn into a bit of a boiling pot. Like,
we've gone to the last few shows. I'm not going to mention promotions, but the bare-knuckle shows, and there's been kick-off on like people have just been battered, like it's just been horrible. Like the fights on it's just been horrible. And you think, what's the point coming?
Yeah. So I've never been in a fight in my life. I mean that's not actually strictly true. I did 2 kickboxing fights. I did kickboxing for a little while, but never outside of anything like that.
Yeah.
And I just can't imagine like just going out and causing trouble. But some people go out with that like intention.
Like they do. You see it.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like confrontation, fights outside. The thing is, like, I fight for a living. Like I'm a fighter, but I hate violence.
Do you think that's because you're surrounded by it all the time? You weren't. Well, maybe not surrounded by it, but like,
like I've grew up with it. Like, I've grew up in like proper feuds where people were getting shot and stabbed, and like since I can remember since I was about 10 years of age, like throughout my whole life. It's only since I've come over to England where I'm away from that, and it's like I don't like violence. Like I'd rather just walk away from it.
Yeah.
But then I fight.
Yeah.
It's like
it's too.
But you fight for a living, but you don't like violence. Yeah, it's different though.
Yeah, it's different. It's controlled. Yeah. So the fight is 25th of October.
25th of October.
Where is it going to be?
Rome.
It's Rome.
Italy.
Where's it available to? Is it on the Zone?
It'll be on the Zone. Pay-per-view. Not pay-per-view. Just your normal subscription.
Subscription on the Zone. Yeah. And you're on the main card.
The main card. Yeah.
Is it the main event or is it the second?
No,
from
I think there's 3 to 4 title fights or something like that, and then it'll slot in the middle.
Yeah,
like
nice.
But again, it's a massive fight. There's just no title on the line on it.
Do you know what time it's due to be?
I think it starts at 7 p.m. their time, which is 6 hours.
So that when the actual
the show starts. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll be tuning in.
Yeah.
And the question that I ask all my guests at the end of the episode, at the end of each episode, it's interesting. I always get when I ask this question, it's interesting. Sometimes people take a long time to think about the answer, and sometimes some people just fire it straight off the top. The name of the podcast is The Learning Curve. So the question is, what has been your biggest learning curve to get to the place that you are in today?
Not really learning. My biggest thing was alcohol and stop drinking, stop that part of it. It wasn't me learning anything. I don't think I'd be here if I continued doing what I was doing. So that for me would be the biggest thing that's led me to where I am now.
Yeah, learning that there's
alcohol,
more to life.
There's more to life than alcohol and depression and stuff like that. Again, life is for living.
That's a good message, mate. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
And anybody who's watching, assuming this goes out before the fight.
Yeah, put it up before the fight.
Yeah.
There's no difference in me.
Tune in, 25th of October.
25th October, live on the Zone.
Let's get it.
Thank you,
mate. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, 100%.